This year comes with many unprecedented challenges for all of us. Because of the recent pandemic, Tom and Jen were forced to postpone their original plans to have a large gathering to a later date. However, they still wanted to keep the plans for the commitment that they had for each other for this most important date, and more importantly, the commitment that they made to you all. And that's what brings us here today. We'd also like to extend their gratitude to those of you who are joining us virtually from your homes. We hope you enjoy the Zoom call. All right. So dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join Thomas O'Brien and Jennifer Cohen in the spiritual union of marriage. This contract is not to be entered into lightly, but thoughtfully and seriously, with a deep realization of its obligations and responsibilities. Always remember that love, loyalty, and understanding have brought you both here today. And remember that those tenets are the foundations of a happy and enduring home. I'm not done with this page yet. Today is a time to pause, breathe, to look back, and to smile at all the moments that brought you here. It's also a time to look ahead at all the moments that are still to come, and a time when they can celebrate this joyous occasion again with their extended family and close friends. Trying to describe love is one of our favorite pastimes. We use the words we have to write stories and poems and even songs about love. And even though we describe love in different ways, and even though we can look different, love can look different from one person to the next, we all know it when we see it. And today, we certainly see it here. So Tom and Jen, today, we're here to hope with you, to support you, to be proud of you, and to remind you that love isn't happily ever after. Love is the experience of writing your story. It's not one moment, it's not even this moment, it's every moment. It's the big ones like saying I love you for the first time, moving in together, getting engaged, getting your boy Nash. But mostly, it's the million little moments that come in between the big ones. Falling asleep next to one another, making dinner together, spending holidays with your families, binge watching Netflix shows, recovering from the Cranford pub crawl, and getting that big hug when you get home from work, or more likely nowadays, logging off your last Zoom call and Nexi call of the day. These everyday moments fuse together into one big experience. And we're all here today because we want all of these moments for you. So on a personal note, I'm extremely honored to be here today. When Tom and Jen asked me to be the officiant for this ceremony, I was really taken aback. I've never thought that I would be providing such a service. But with the confidence and faith that you both had in my ability to deliver this to deliver this for you, how could I say no? To be honest, I don't think I could. But there's one thing that I think I can say. And that thing is, thanks for the invite.
Nicely done.
Had to sneak that in there. So today is a celebration of love, of commitment, of friendship, of family, and of two people who are in it together forever. And remember, when the elevator of life tries to bring you down, you punch a higher floor and go crazy. So now Tom and Jen would like to read a pair of poems that were written by Jen's grandmother, Genevieve Cohen.
Should I go first or you?
I'll go first.
Okay. Read loud.
Laughter, impetuous. Laughter, infectious. That's what's calling me to you. Laughter that's pending, laughter ascending. That's what's holding me to you. Laughter, grim and bold. Laughter, fierce and cold. That's what's bringing me to you. Hold me, laughter of delight. Hold me, laughter of the fight, and carry me to you.
There's something burning within my soul, and across my spirit it does roll, a scorching mass of flaming fire, overwhelming my heart with desire. 'Tis only the rain falling to the ground, 'tis only the wind's mournful sound, 'tis only the whisperings of the trees, 'tis only the call of uncharted seas, 'tis only the birds in the sky, only the sunshine upon high. 'Tis merely the beauty of the snow, 'tis merely the flashes that come and go, 'tis merely the call from up above, 'tis merely a feeling that is called love.
That was awesome. All right, let's get down to business here. Tom and Jen, please join hands. Yep. Look at one another in the eyes. Take a breath. Capture this moment in time. It's a little poem about hands. These are the hands of your best friend, young and strong, and full of love for you, that are holding yours on your wedding day as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years. With the slightest touch, will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief fills your mind. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will help you hold your family together as one. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged, will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. So now Tom and Jen would like to exchange some vows that they've prepared for each other.
Who's first?
I do. I think.
do?
I do. Jen, you are my best friend. You came into my life exactly at the right time, when I wasn't ready and yet when I needed your love the most. My life has been forever changed for the better the minute you walked into it outside of the public house that day. All of the broken roads that we have gone through in our lives that brought us together to this point. If we hadn't gone through all of that, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be here sorry. I remember walking up and seeing you in your jeans and black leather jacket and thinking how beautiful you were. And I had this feeling come over to me that I didn't really know what it was at that time, but obviously I do now. I remember every moment that has led up to this one. I know things haven't always been perfect or easy for us, but you've always stuck it out, and I love you for that. Look at us now. You, me, big humongous dog over there. You have been my rock time and time again over these past 5 years, and I can't imagine my life without you. You have never made me question your love for me, not once. You're the first to say you're sorry after an argument, even if I'm the one in the wrong. You have taught me what real, unconditional love is, and what it really means to be home. You make me laugh, you make me think, and above all, you make me happy. You make me want to be a better man. I promise to always communicate, to be honest, to work through any disagreement. I promise to take care of you, whatever comes our way, and to love you this much for the rest of my life. I promise to never stop listening to your needs and wants. I promise to always be honest and open about mine. I promise to always laugh with you, even when what life throws us isn't so funny. I look forward to our future together. You, me, Nash, and whatever else comes our way. We've made some amazing memories in these past 5 years, and I'm excited to see what our future holds. I wish I could say that I was ready to give all of myself to you, but the truth is, you already have all of me. You and I were made for each other, forever and always. While today may be different than how we envisioned it, we are very lucky to be able to do this twice when we have our wedding, or dream wedding, next year, and are able to celebrate with all of our family and friends. I can honestly say today that I am marrying my soulmate, and I promise to always love you, unconditionally, always, and forever.
It's a hard act to follow. Okay. A little funnier than that. Hello, that's how I got you. When I was young, I never pictured my wedding. No big poofy white dress, no fancy high heel shoes, no big tall cake. I was always content spending my time with people I loved. Whether it was just family or friends, it didn't matter. It just had to be comfortable. When we met, I have to say, I was at the point where I didn't have much faith I was going to find the one. But that night, we met in the can. I had a funny feeling the one was you. Our original plan was foiled, so we had to be flexible and ended up having what was in my mind a perfect night. That seems to be how things go for us. Things don't go quite as planned. And here we are standing in Central Park in comfy sweatshirts, exchanging our vows on what was supposed to be our big poofy wedding date that we put so much time and effort into planning. I can't believe you let me turn into a bridezilla. And everything you've given me over these past few years, it's just so crazy. I'm a front-of-the-box mac and cheese kind of girl, and you've given me so much more. First off, our big humongous dog. I use the same word. What in the world would our life be without him? And without you, I would never be able to take care of him on my own. In our little apartment in the middle of Manhattan, it may have its issues, but it's our home and I love it. You always put me first, and I know all you ever want is to make me happy, which is hard since my main goal is to make you happy. So it's really a vicious cycle we find ourselves in. I love when you make me laugh so hard I cry, and I know I will always be safe when I'm with you, especially when it comes to driving in the snow. You take care of me and Nash, and I don't have to worry that we will ever be in trouble because of you. You are my best friend, one of them. And I'm so happy to be standing here with you today. Normally I would take a quote from my favorite movie, The Breakfast Club, but it hardly seems appropriate today. What does seem appropriate is a quote from When Harry Met Sally. I came here tonight because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible. I promise to do my best to clean up all my loose hair, to cook lots of delicious meals, to watch endless TV, to not be sarcastic, sew all your socks, and to walk Nash when he needs to go out. I want to be my best self for you and for us, but I also can't wait to see how we grow together. I'm probably the most loyal person, so you're stuck with me for good. I promise to be here through the good and bad times. I promise to keep singing out loud. I promise to love you from the bottom of my heart. I'm so glad that we decided to do this today and start the rest of our life together. I also can't wait for our big celebration next year where all of our friends and family will be able to share in our happiness. Though I thank those that are here today, I only wish my family could have been with us today, and I know they're celebrating right along with us. Happy birthday, Miranda. I love you, and I love us.
Good. That was great. That was great.
All right, would you like to hold hands again, please? All right, Jen, when I say this, you can repeat with either I do or I will.
Okay.
Will you, Jen, keep Thomas as your favorite person, to laugh with him, go on adventures with him, support him throughout life's tough moments, be proud of him, to grow old with him, and to find new reasons to love him every day?
I do.
Tom, you will repeat with I do or I will. Will you, Thomas, keep Jennifer as your favorite person, to laugh with her, to go on adventures with her, to support her through life's tough moments, to be proud of her, to grow old with her, and to find new reasons to love her every day?
I do.
Now you both will repeat, I will. Will you, Thomas and Jennifer, be each other's partners from this day forward? Will you bring out the best in one another, shape your happiest moments together, to love each other absolutely, for the rest of this lifetime or whatever may come next, the afterworld?
I will.
Can we please have the rings? You've both chosen to wear rings as a reminder of these promises. People often say that wedding bands are a perfect circle, or Tool, both great bands by the way. They have no beginning and no end, but these rings did have a beginning. The elements from which they were made were formed a long time ago, deep within the earth. Eventually, a series of lucky events caused them to rise to the surface, where someone dug them up. The metal was then liquefied. I don't know if these are not metal, but you know, they're more next year. Yeah, we'll get to that. The metal was liquefied in a furnace, molded and cooled, and painstakingly polished. Something beautiful was made from these raw elements. And love is like that. It comes from humble beginnings, and through a combination of serendipity and effort, imperfect beings shape into something extraordinary. It's the process of making something beautiful where there was once nothing at all. As you look at these rings over the years, I hope you remember that you've created something invaluable. And just as I know that you'll protect these rings, I'm confident that you'll protect the commitments that you made to one another today. So Tom, as you place this ring on Jennifer's finger, please repeat these words. This ring symbolizes my love for you.
Symbolizes my love for you.
And the commitments we made here today.
And the commitments we made here today.
And Jen, as you place the ring on Tom's finger, please repeat these words. This ring symbolizes my love for you.
Symbolizes my love for you.
And the commitments that we made here today.
And the commitments that we made here today.
Awesome. Those are good, like gym rings.
Yeah, that's
what I got them for, you know.
Thomas and Jennifer, you have come here today on your own free will and in the presence of family and loved ones. You have declared your love and commitment for one another. You have given and received rings as a symbol of your promises. So, by the power of your love and commitment to one another, and by the power invested in me by the City of New York and the American Marriage Ministries, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now seal your vows with a kiss.
I love you too. Your vows were so good.
No, yours
You
were.
wrote them forever.
Congratulations, family and loved ones, and everyone watching from home. I have the distinguished honor to present to you for the first time ever, Mr. and Mrs. Thomas and Jennifer O'Brien as a newly married couple.
Conan O'Brien.
Goes all right, yeah.